homemade smoked beef tallow french fries, homemade carne asada, homemade chunky guacamole, fresh pico. You put that all together and you make one hell of a California style burrito. To get started, we're piggybacking off an idea that we made several months ago. Our fajita marinade came out extremely popular from you guys from the results from our website. With people making them, you guys commented and said, hey, we made the recipe, we absolutely loved it. Carne asada is a little bit different. The California burrito is a little bit different. So we've kind of taken that idea and we switched it some. So bear with us. Here we go. We got some lemon, some lime, some orange, some chipotles and adobo, some soy sauce, and some Worcestershire sauce. Let's see. We have garlic, brown sugar, cumin, chili powder, onion powder, paprika, salt, and pepper. To that, everything goes in a bowl. We're going to mix it up and make our marinade. This is where you get a ton of flavor. After that's all said and done, I'm just going to give it a mix, and now we're going to get the meat. These are one of those things where we walk by all the time in the grocery store, and I always look at it, and the word kind of turns me off. But then again, you look at all the marbling inside of here, and it looks fantastic. We had it before to try it before we even got to this stage, and we absolutely loved it. There's a seasoning that we're trying ourselves, like a recipe development and all that stuff. So we tried the flat meat, and not only were we impressed by it, we went back and wanted to do this video because we like the flat meat so well. So $9.99 a pound from Costco. Not a bad price, honestly. I mean, just look at all that marbling. Look at all that texture. If you haven't tried it because you're scared of the name or you pass it up all the time, please don't. You can do this for a ton of different things. Beef stroganoff, Mongolian beef, all your Mexican dishes. It is really, if you just want steak and fries, it's a really good steak. So I'm going to do something a little different. We've never done it before, but you know what? That's what cooking's all about. I'm going to keep in mind the grains. So let's go from here. And we are actually going to dice this before we marinate it. In the fajita video, I said let's keep it whole because I really want to get a char on it. Carne asada might be a little different. We're going to cook it on that griddle and get some fantastic char on one side, and then mix it all together for those flavors. It'll speed up the marination process too. So I'll show you really quick when I'm gonna do all the meat. So now that we cut with the grain, we're gonna cut against the grain, okay? So you're just looking at bite-sized pieces. Something like that. And just like that, your beef is cut up. To a bowl or Ziploc bag it goes. And then all that marinade. So far we like it. It's really good. We tried it off camera. Not bad at all. Just give it a mix. Let all that marinade work in, especially that citrus note. It'll help tenderize that beef for you as well. All right, after all that's worked in, we're going to put it in the refrigerator. You can cover it. And then let's give it about 2 to 4 hours. Now that all of our vegetables are mise en place, I did this for a very specific reason. Instead of just making a pico, we have our cilantro, our onions, jalapenos, tomatoes, lime, and garlic, okay? The guacamole is going to mirror those flavors, but in this specific instance, I do not want to create almost like a creamy style guac. I want it to be chunky, okay? Please, please, please remove your hand. You cut as hard as you want to with a knife. That way the nut doesn't slip. Every single time I try to tell somebody, because I'm telling you, if I can save one person, it matters. It's happened to me, and the worst cut I've ever seen in my culinary life is when a kid in the Navy hit the avocado. The nut was rotating, the knife went through the avocado and through his hand. Okay, all fingers. I mean, it was a disaster. He hit it really hard. After that, let's just remove the hand completely. You can hit it as hard as you want. Take the seed out, and you can have fun with it. And to this is what I'm talking about. It's not going to be very mushy. So just a little bit of lime. So maybe about a third of a lime. A little bit of garlic. A little bit of cilantro. Some diced jalapenos. A little raw onion. Maybe for good measure, just one little scoop of tomatoes. Very important to add just a little bit of salt. Make sure you get a bigger bowl than what I did. Doesn't take long. Like I said, I don't want to mash it too much. I want the chunks of avocado to be in there. And there we go. Chunky guacamole. I like it. It's like a texture. Quick pico. Tomatoes. Lime. Pinch of salt, some garlic, a little bit of onion, jalapeno, and cilantro. Give that a mix. Let that set to the side. Let all those flavors work together. Another advantage if somebody doesn't want something specific, they don't like onions, they don't like this, they don't like that, then you have your ingredients lined out and they can add the toppings to their burrito if they need to. There we go. Next on the list, French fries on the griddle. It can be done, just be very careful. Obviously, you're adding frozen to a griddle. It could zap the heat away extremely fast along with warping, okay? So we're gonna put some tallow down. You can use oil, whatever you wanna use, it's up to you. One reason why I like my griddle to be at an angle is because you can shallow fry. So all this oil comes back. Extra crispy, fast food French fries. As you can imagine, frozen French fries are going to zap a lot of that heat away from the griddle. So just simply move them over, allow this side to warm back up.
So if people don't have beef tallow, what is another thing they can use for French fries on the griddle?
Any type of real fat. You can use bacon up, you can use bacon fat, you can use lard, you can use vegetable oils, canola oils, any oil you want to fry in. Some people like to go healthy. Some people don't care. So it's really up to the person frying the fry. You can go actually homemade French fries if you want to and do everything yourself. You can go homemade tortillas if you want to. Really up to the person. Matter of fact, what's more important than the oil is you don't even have to do French fries. That's probably more traditional, but you can use like tater tots, hash browns, home cut fries, whatever you want to use potato wise as well. I'm starting to crank up the middle of the Blackstone right here. I'm gonna turn the sides to low because we're gearing up to sear that beef. We need a very hot griddle, but I also want sides to be able to move that beef off so we're not overcooking it. Have a bowl here with some paper towels. Just get that extra tallow off of there. And you want this to happen pretty fast. Just using that paper towel, tossing those fries just to get that grease out of there, that oil. And then, lo and behold, first sneak peek. Maybe the color scheme, we got the name covered, you never know. It's getting a lot closer, I can tell you that. Season those fries up.
So that's like a...
Obviously you can add shake that or all-purpose seasoning, you can add salt. We're on the downhill slide. So listen, when you put something frozen on the griddle, you got to wait till that heat builds back up, okay? If you pull your french fries early and you immediately throw your beef on there, you might have too cool of a griddle. You see the smoke? It's a telltale sign that our griddle should be somewhere over 425 to 450 degrees because I know what kind of oil I'm using. Homemade beef tallow. So just a quick shoot right here. That's Celsius. We don't need that. 450, 480, 440. Okay. That gives me a hot zone in the middle, and a little bit cooler zones on the sides. It's very important to scatter this beef all across the griddle instead of just in one spot and letting it boil. I want some color on there. So, like you've heard 1,000 times, we're doing roast beef or something in a skillet inside. Don't crowd the pan. Whatever you do, resist the urge to flip it right away. Allow that beef to get some color on it because you probably only have enough to get one side.
So it had probably been, what, 2 or 3 minutes?
Yeah. Definitely doesn't take long after you start mixing everything together. All that marinade comes together and creates a fantastic, juicy carne asada. Griddle's on low, it's cleaned up. Big old fat tortilla. The package looks like that if you're interested.
That meat's dang good.
Yeah, that's gonna rock right
That's
there.
good.
That's good.
That make good just steak taco.
Alrighty. Your Mexican style seasoned potatoes. This beef can obviously be used in tacos, burritos, chimichangas, you name it. It is good. I think I actually like cutting it up like this too. Mm-hmm. A little of that pico. That chunky style guac. Little hot sauce. This is Valentina. It's one of our favorites. Not necessarily as spicy as some of them out there. And a little sour cream. Tortilla rolling 101. Imagine a V. I call them wings. So instead of going flat, curve it. Get that base up there. Use that for your fingers. Grab the ingredients back. Tuck your wings over on top of the flap. And there we go. This goes back on the griddle to seal that edge. When that bad boy's rested, we should have something like that.
Ooh, that looks good.
Don't look half bad, kid. Good job. You know, it sounds odd. I would never pick this list of ingredients to go inside of a burrito if I had it in front of me. I would always choose other items. But when they're forced to go in front of you, golly, I can see why it's popular.
It works. It works.
How good. Tender.
The spiciness from the beef and the creaminess from the avocado. Those French fries don't even really taste like French fries in there. It is just like a potato. That carne asada.
I was just going to say, that carne asada is on point.
It's fantastic.
That's a lot of flavor packed in there. That's all right. I'm gonna enjoy it.
The
I'm gonna
recipe
make
will
another
be
one.
on the flattopking.com.
I'm gonna make another one. If you're interested, hit us up on Instagram or hit us up on Facebook. There's a join button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. Last but not least, thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. That's good.
This dang meat is fantastic. That is a winner of a marinade.
You like the chunky walk?
Yeah,
or does
I
it
do.
matter?
I like the chunky.
Yeah.
It's good. Good job, babe.